Part two. As I was saying before I rudely interrupted myself, when the phone rings, it cuts off my taping, and I couldn't finish what I was saying before, and the bird even got bored, you know. This is Ozzy, you know, the Ozzy bird. Ozzy is the reason we call her. She's a he. I mean, he's a she. Or the reason we call the bird Oz is because I'm a wizard. And I figured out the sex of the bird. That's why I'm a wizard. Don't ask me how. No, you know how. I mean, you lift the wing and there's 3 dots. I told you this already. You know the secret. But who's going to walk around a store lifting bird wings when you're over at PetSmart? That you look a little stupid when you're looking to see the sex of a cockatiel. Yeah. The name itself will tell you that it's not a female. Anyway, the thing that we have here is a different kind of a world that people are trying to figure out every day. We got 2 popes. We have a president that's still has a job, even though he's a criminal now. You know, a criminal accused by some. You know, you got a world that's upside down. The weather is not where it belongs. I mean, Buffalo at 90 degrees in December is not really good. We were shoveling snow in July. You know, that's not good. And Florida, everybody comes down here, you know, because they want the nice sunshine, and all it's done is rain. And we have so much, what is it, foliage? Is that it? No, it's not foliage. It's fauna and flora and fauna. Sounds like 2 good names for neighborhood kids. So I'll tell you something here. We have nothing to report that's bad today. Nothing. I just want to tell a story about Howard Cosell. I was his love slave. They didn't have interns in those days because interns got paid. I had Larry King on one shoulder and Howard Cosell on the other. And it's in my book. Whether it's, let's see, where's my book? Hardback, softback. Oh, there's the disc. 10-year anniversary. Yeah. The Garth Brooks Stolen Concept, when Robert Fleischer did my cover here. Anyway, the story about Howard. Howard was amazing to work with because he was an arrogant putz, but brilliantly talented, and I slaved him. You know, I mean, I had to follow him around, and I drove him in my little modest car. At that time was a Buick convertible, and everywhere that I went, I was his chauffeur, and I took all of his guff and did his editing and sent his stuff to New York. And he had a Vicuna coat which he left behind in my car when he went to get a flight out of the Miami airport, and insisted with Eastern Airlines that they put him on first class, and they said they have no seats at all available. And he said, well, then throw someone out of the seat and put me on. I'm Howard Cosell, speaking of sports. So they didn't do that, and he went over to United, and finally United got him a seat. In those days, United was the friendly skies, and they had the most unfriendly guy in the friendliest skies. They put him in a seat, and they sent him off to New York, but he forgot his coat. So a couple of days later, he calls me and he says, Joey, I left my coat in your car. And I said, what coat? Never telling him I had it. Of course, I mailed it back to him. But that's my Howard thing. I met Howard's grandson at this party at the steakhouse. They have a party every year, the media party, with Steve Kamen and another guy named Kevin Gershon from Entertainment Tonight. They both throw a party in LA and in New York for Christmas, holiday party. And the one they had last couple of weeks ago, I met Howard Cosell's grandson, who talks just like Howard. I'm Howard's grandson. No kidding. We'd be like Barbara Walters' daughter, you know who they are, or Buddy Hackett. I'm Buddy Hackett's son. Well, actually, his son doesn't sound like that at all. His son does the Rat Pack show, and he's very good. So we got a good crew of people who are the son of what? You know what they are. Son of a big star. So, you know, Howard was my rising first generation teacher in broadcasting. Stay tuned for what you want to do. Don't listen to anything anybody says. Move forward. And even if you're hated, you're still going to be famous. I think Howard was cremated because he was afraid that no one was going to carry a coffin. That's what I think. he was very popular, and I liked him a lot. I'm just ragging on him. That's all. Anyway, the Howard Cosell tapes. Boy, we got a tape of him that you ought to hear or see. And it's pretty amazing how he had visited this particular event in Detroit. It was a Howard Cosell event, and or was this in New York? I don't know. But anyway, let's roll that tape with Howard Cosell.